What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with Astrodfs, bringing you a brand new video. Today's video, I'm doing Week 13's main slate first look, just going over the prices, matchups, injury, stuff like that. Just take a look at it and give some of my insight for the week. Quarterbacks, we have two above 8K. We have Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. Mahomes against Cincinnati, I really hope that's a good game. I hope Jamar Chase is back. Hopefully Mahomes gets some help too, and that is hopefully a classic this year. Jalen Hurts against Tennessee, I think that'll be a good game. Lamar against Denver, that'll be an interesting one. Denver's defense is really, really good. Their offense is terrible. Justin Fields against Green Bay brings an opportunity for Simeon down there at price-wise, and yeah, I doubt Fields plays. Sucks that Mooney's down too. Justin Herbert against Vegas. That'll be hopefully a good game. Joe Burrow against Kansas City. Mentioned that. His price, 69. It's a good pay down. Tua against San Fran. That is bad. That will be a huge game, though. If you don't know backstory, we got Miami's head coach against San Francisco, his former team. So that'll be interesting there to look out for. Deshaun Watson, 6,500, his first game back against his former team. Oh boy, get ready. Get ready. I'm excited to see what that ownership looks like. Geno Smith against the Rams, 6,100. Kind of rough matchup, I'd like to say. Trevor Lawrence against Detroit, 5,900. I like the price, and I really like that matchup. Aaron Rodgers, questionable. True questionable against the Bears, both Fields and Rodgers, so that brings some opportunity. Kirk Cousins against the Jets, that's going to be a rough one in my opinion. Garoppolo questionable against Miami. I hope he plays so we can get that game as close as it should be. Derek Carr against the Chargers, it's a good piece, 5,600. That's a good price for him. Daniel Jones in a divisional matchup against Washington. Hopefully Chase Young's back. I'm really excited to see what he does. Matt Stafford questionable against Seattle. Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp done. That's just bad. Marcus Mariota against Pittsburgh, 5,400 maybe. Mike White, 5,400 against Minnesota. It's not bad. It is not bad. His price is not bad. Another good matchup in my opinion for him. Jared Goff, 5,300 against Jacksonville. That's actually a really good price for Jared Goff. I like that. Kenny Pickett, 52 against Atlanta. It's a bit rougher for me. Russell Wilson against Baltimore, 5,200. No. Tannehill against Philly, definitely not. They just don't have receivers for Tannehill to be good. Here's an interesting one, though. 5,100 Jordan Love against Chicago. Chicago is very banged up in the secondary. Jordan Love can move. Look pretty comfortable against Philly, but granted, Philly was playing kind of a more back defense. They just didn't want to get beat deep, so it's hard to judge that. We saw what he kind of looked like in the preseason this year, so take that how you will. Heineke against the Giants. I love Taylor Heineke. I will continue to say it. The Davis Mills, Kyle Allen, whoever plays against Cleveland. Kind of like that matchup. I'm hoping Houston plays pretty well. We go down here. Trevor Simeon, 4,900 against Green Bay. And whoever ends up starting for the Rams is going to be 4,900. And I believe that is it. I think Garoppolo is the only other news we're looking for there. Then running back's going to be interesting. Christian McCaffrey, questionable with a knee injury, 8,600 against Miami. Austin Eckler, Vegas, very good matchup. Barkley against Washington is a rougher matchup, and even gets rougher if Chase Young is there, but he is their guy. Derrick Henry against Philly, it's a good matchup. That really is. Nick Chubb against Houston, 8,000, definitely. Anytime you're going against the worst defense against a run, it's a very good matchup. Josh Jacobs going against another bad team against that plays the run in the Chargers. Dalvin Cook, 7,200 against the Jets. I don't really like that matchup at his price point there. Joe Mixon is a name that you're going to watch again. P. Ryan becomes a play if Mixon is out. Ken Walker, 7K against the Rams. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. His price is getting up there to where he's got to pay off now. Aaron Jones, 6,900 against the Bears. That's a good price, especially if Rodgers is out, or even if he plays. I'd expect Green Bay to run the ball pretty well and get some carries for Jones and A.J. Dillon. Travis Etienne, another name to watch. Expected to play. Just watch throughout the week for the injury news. And then Hasty becomes a play. Miles Sanders against Tennessee is no for me. David Montgomery against the Bears. If you watched how Philly ran the ball against Green Bay, so many missed tackles. So many. It wasn't broken tackles. It was missed tackles. Najee Harris, that's one to watch out for. Warren could be out again. If Harris is out, that gives you some opportunity for Benny Snell and McLeod. Jeff Wilson, 61, playing his former team this year. Just make sure he's the one guy there. But I feel like there's other plays. I don't get Jamal Williams pricing. I don't. Like, granted, he hasn't had explosive games, but he's got 13 touchdowns this season. Like 6 points a game, basically, just on the touchdown alone. P. Ryan, like I said, 6K here if Mixon's out. Pierce, 5,900 against Cleveland. I think Burkhead is supposed to be out and Eno Benjamin in. So interested to see that. I like his price point, though. Cordell Patterson, 5,800. I like the matchup and I like that price. Pacheco, 5,700 against Cincinnati. It's a rougher matchup. Mentioned I liked A.J. Dillon. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams. I did mention this about Jamal, but both of them are in play against Jacksonville for me. Raheem Mostert, watch. If he's in, both Mostert and Wilson are a no for me. Gus Edwards, Kenyon Drake, both no's for me. Their prices are good. I just really like Denver's defense. Michael Carter, another name to watch. But the issue is really quick. I know we're trying to get this video done fast. James Robinson, 5,200. Did not play, right? Ty Johnson gets in the game. 5 carries, 62 yards, a touchdown, and a 16-yard catch. And then Zavanovic, I'm just going to mess it up. Sorry. 14 carries last week. They traded for James Robinson, which is odd that they healthy scratch him. Had to be something behind the scenes. I just can't imagine why they healthy scratch him. Anyway, watched the news there. I think all of them are tournament plays. I don't think you can play them in cash out. Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson. I'd lean towards Gibson in that. Kyron Williams, Cam Akers, same situation. I think Kyron is going to get more volume than Akers, but at any time, if Williams just does not look good, they might go with Akers. Hasty, you're watching for the ETN news. If ETN is out, Jermichael Hasty at 5,000 becomes a very good play. Darrell Henderson should get some work in, but I believe they're just going to go Jermichael Hasty for the most part. Kareem Hunt, in my opinion, is a very good tournament play this week against Houston. With how bad Houston is against a run. Kareem Hunt, I mean, Nick Chubb can rush 22 times for 168 yards, but Kareem Hunt can also get some of that volume there. I mentioned, watch the running back news for Pittsburgh. Benny Snell and McLeod look to get that work. Knight, I mentioned. We'll keep going down, and I think this is the last guy that might be in play is Jordan Mason, being the running back for the 49ers. If both... we already know Mitchell is unfortunately out, which really sucks. But if Christian McCaffrey is out, then he becomes a play. Now we go to wide receiver. We get 3 wide receivers above 8K. No one above 9, which is good. Justin Jefferson against the Jets, bad matchup. Tyreek Hill against the 49ers. Their secondary's beat up, so I'd say it's not bad in the pass game. But I just don't know. I don't know yet. I'm definitely going to watch the injury news there. Devontae against the Chargers. I actually think that's a good matchup for Devontae. Jamar Chase, if he plays, good matchup. I like that he's under 8K. A.J. Brown against Tennessee, 7,800. If he is not in lineups, you're doing yourself a dishonor, in my opinion. 7,800. Jalen Waddle, 7,400. T. Higgins, good price point. Jamar Chase is out. You really like T. Higgins there. Amon-Ra, good matchup against Jacksonville. Their secondary hasn't been the greatest, but they haven't been that bad either. They step up in certain games, but Amon-Ra is just a target machine. DK Metcalf, 6,700 against the Rams. Always plays good against the Rams. Like, he plays really hard against the Rams. I just don't know about that price point, though. I do like the matchup. If I'm not able to get any of those guys, then DK might become a play then. Deebo Samuel against Miami, 6,600. I like that matchup. Like the price point quite a bit. Keenan Allen against Vegas, 6,500. Like the matchup, like the price. Amari Cooper, 6,400. I'm willing to take that risk on Amari Cooper and Deshaun Watson game one. I am. I could see Cleveland trying to ease him back in and just running the ball quite a bit. But Amari Cooper, Deshaun Watson, that's going to be a play. Christian Kirk against Detroit is a very good matchup, very good price. Devontae Smith, also good matchup, good price, 6,200 against Tennessee. Brandon Ayuk, I'd lean 6,100. I think that's a good price point for his matchup. Tyler Lockett, 6K against the Rams. I'd probably go Metcalf if you're going a Seattle wide receiver. Mike Williams, man, I hope he's healthy. I can't trust him until he gets healthy, though. Terry McLaurin against the Giants, I'd say it's a rough matchup, but they're getting quite a good connection. Heineke, McLaurin. Jerry Jeudy, 5,700. I'd like him to come back, and for his price point, I like that matchup against Baltimore. Another wide receiver that's got to be healthy for you to commit to him. Juju against Cincinnati, I'd say it's a good matchup. I like his price, 5,700. Technically being the most targeted wide receiver in Kansas City. I like that. Josh Palmer against the Raiders. Just watching Mike Williams news. I still think he gets on the field quite a bit. Cortland Sutton is less than Jerry Jeudy, which is interesting against Baltimore. If they're out, I like Cortland Sutton's price. Alan Lazard against the Bears. I like the price. I like the matchup. Garrett Wilson against Minnesota. And again, I like the price, like the matchup. He went up 1,000. I wanted to say 100, but that's too little. Garrett Wilson up to 53 after being 43 last week. Tyler Boyd, good matchup. Really like the price. That's a good pivot play off of Chase and Higgins if they're both in. Even when Chase has been in, like, Boyd has put up some good numbers this year, so he's definitely a tournament play nonetheless. Deontay Johnson, I like that price and I like that matchup. Watson, he is a touchdown machine lately. Not getting it done really in the receptions. 4 receptions in his last 3 games. 107, 48, 110, but 6 touchdowns, man. He is on a roll. He's a guy you definitely should have in tournament plays if you're playing quite a bit of lines. Pickens, same thing. I think he just gets a bunch of targets with Pickett in. It doesn't always look like it in number-wise, but it seems like Fairmouth and Pickens are Pickett's favorite top 2 targets. Slayton, 5,100 against Washington. I like that for I'd say the top target in New York right now. Brandon Cooks, 5,000 against Cleveland. Definitely going to be a throwback piece if you like Cleveland this week. Adam Thielen, bad matchup, bad price. Kadarius Toney, I like him at 4,900 if he's healthy. Interested to see Romeo Doubs, 4,800. Van Jefferson definitely becomes a play at 4,800 with Robinson and Kupp done. Drake London, I like the price and the matchup there. Treylon Burks, do not like the matchup at all. We keep going down. Devin Duvernay, rough matchup. Curtis Samuel, rough matchup. Robert Woods, rough matchup. Randall Cobb, good matchup like that. MVS, same thing. I'd say it's a good matchup. I like his 4,100 price tag. Just watching if Kadarius Toney is out. Other than that, we're just looking at a lot of cheaper pieces. Claypool at 3,800 now becomes a play for me. Just watching to see who the quarterback is for Chicago this week. We got the tight ends. We get Kelsey. We get Andrews. We get Hawkinson. We get Kittle. We get them all. Kelsey against Cincinnati. Kelsey, you can't not like his matchup, no matter who it is. Andrews, same thing. I think it's a good matchup for him. TJ Hawkinson against the Jets. Playing against Mosley, I'd say it's a rougher matchup. George Kittle against Miami at 5K. Really, really like that price, and I really like that matchup. Gerald Everett against the Raiders, definitely like that play, 4,400. Fairmouth against Atlanta, 4,300. I still like that. Njoku, 3,900. I really like that price point. Like the matchup. Deshaun Watson's there, so Njoku's price pays off. Don't like Cole Kmet. If Stafford's not in, I don't like Higbee. Foster Moreau against the Chargers. It's a good price, good matchup. Hayden Hurst against the Chiefs. Not looking like it, especially if Chase comes back. Dulich, 34. Not one of my more favorite plays. Robert Tonyan against the Bears. I like the price point, and I really like the matchup there. Tyler Conklin has a 3 for 50 game at a price point of 3,100. 3,100 again. Not anything to get too crazy about, but something to look at. Evan Ingram against Detroit, 3K. Definitely something you should look out for this week. It's definitely a huge tournament play. Other than that, I mean, Logan Thomas at 2,900 against the Giants. It's a good matchup. Other than that, it's a lot of tournament plays. Obviously, the Philly tight ends is something there. Defenses, let's see what we got for the defenses. Nothing stands out cheap-wise. So Titans against Philly, you don't want to play against Philly. Titans defense good, but still. Rams against Seattle, maybe. Seattle's offense just puts up so much points. Maybe 2,300. Texans against Cleveland, definitely not. Cincinnati against Kansas City, definitely not. The Broncos against Baltimore, maybe. If they could stop the run. And Baltimore's second half is just terrible. Raiders against the Chargers, no. Miami against San Francisco, no. Unless Garoppolo's out, no. Jets against Minnesota, maybe. Pittsburgh against Atlanta, no. Jacksonville against Detroit, no. Bears against Green Bay, no. Lions against Jacksonville, no. There's nothing that really, defense, it looks like you might have to pay up. The only defense I consider is the Rams here. But, I mean, you look at what they've done fantasy point-wise, they're just not getting it done at all. That's going to be rough. So, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. That means a lot to me. And I will see you guys in the next one.